you. Tell me what you gonna do, what you gonna do.
Hey guys, this is Steph. Welcome back to the Cantina. I wanted to do this video. It's a compilation of many different scenes from Revenge of the Sith through Return of the Jedi. And it kind of refutes the black pill supposition, or position, I should say, that Obi-Wan only ever met or fought Vader once. And the first part is from Revenge of the Sith, when Obi-Wan departs Anakin with the lightsaber.
My brother, Anakin! I loved you!
Obviously, Obi-Wan walks away, not Anakin. He can't. He's on fire. So, why does Vader say this to Obi-Wan in this scene?
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
Probably because they'd met afterwards. Okay? This is the thing. People don't realize that Lucas was filling in backstory and had plans probably beyond what we know to fill in the blanks, and the Obi-Wan series is again attempting to do that. Now I know there are going to be people who see this video. There are people who are going to refute it, not because of what's in it, but because I'm the one saying this. I'm the one that's pointing this out. Here we are with the truth, and the people who hate you the most are the ones that don't like the truth being shoved in their face. Again, Obi-Wan walks away in Revenge of the Sith. Vader says, when I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. So what's he really saying here? Is he saying that he was already gone from Obi-Wan after he was allowed to become a Jedi and became Sidious's apprentice? He was stepping into the dark side, but he wasn't an apprentice until midway through Revenge of the Sith. Okay? When he mentions when I left you, that can open up a whole kind of thing here. He can be saying, the last time we saw each other, I was still an apprentice. Now I'm a master. An apprentice of what? Apprentice to Sidious. Again, remember, we're dealing, and this is backstory, but you gotta remember this. Okay, we're dealing with the Sith and the rule of two. This is 19 years after Revenge of the Sith, right? And the rule of two is not complicated. Darth Bane, 1,000 years before, created the rule of two. The master will have the power. The apprentice will crave it. The apprentice kills the master in due time, takes power, and gets his own or her own apprentice. That is what I believe is going on here. Because when I left you, it doesn't make any sense if we're talking about Revenge of the Sith. Because he can't walk away. He can't. Okay? And when he met Obi-Wan, they were both Jedi Masters when they fought on Mustafar. So when I left you, doesn't mean that. Okay? It doesn't mean any of that. All right? I believe we're going to see him believing, because Tarkin, and I do have that bit, says, basically that Obi-Wan should be dead by now. So they knew Obi-Wan was still out there somewhere. But when I left you says a lot here. It says a lot here. Okay? And what it means to me is there was probably another fight. Probably they fought, Vader walked away. Okay? I believe that we're going to see a very obsessed Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. In fact, I think it's going to be more about him than anybody else. Okay? I think it's going to be about him and Obi-Wan. And the reason why we didn't see Vader in the first teaser is because they're keeping him a secret. They're holding it back for a good reason. They don't want to spill the beans. But here's the other clue that says they met yet again. Because if you remember, before Padme dies, she tells Obi-Wan, there's good in him, I know this, and then she dies. Okay, let's watch this part.
Come with me.
Obi-Wan once thought as you do. You don't know the power of the dark side. I must obey my master.
I will not turn.
Why does Vader say, Obi-Wan once thought as you did? The key is Padme. There is good in him. I know this. So I think what we're going to see is a guilt-ridden Obi-Wan trying to get him to turn to the light side of the Force again, trying to bring back Anakin. We've got Obi-Wan telling Luke he is more machine now than man, twisted and evil. What changed? Why does Vader say, Obi-Wan once thought as you did? Why does Obi-Wan say he is more machine now than man, twisted and evil? Because they faced off one more time. And it doesn't hurt canon. This show is not going to hurt canon. Okay? This is why they're saying this is why they said what they said in this. This is why Lucas put that in there. Okay? Now, you could come up with excuses. Oh, Obi-Wan heard all the cruel things that he did. Yeah. Sure. But Obi-Wan speaks from experience, personal experience with him. Vader speaks of personal experience with Obi-Wan. I'm sorry. A face-off with Obi-Wan Kenobi isn't going to hurt canon, and it isn't going to change when I met you. The last time I saw you, I was but a learner, because he was still an apprentice to Sidious, okay, at the time. Now, when they do meet again on the Death Star, he doesn't feel like he's an apprentice anymore. All right? He now wants to take control. And here's the proof. The Empire Strikes Back. Join me and we will rule the galaxy's father and son. He found his apprentice. In Return of the Jedi, Sidious is looking at Vader as weakening. He's looking at Luke as growing into power. He doesn't really care who wins, but he's eyeing Luke to replace his father. That's why he's happy to see them fight. Okay? That's what's going on here. It's not that difficult. So, for the black pills who are crying about this, obviously, comprehension fails you. Obviously, you don't want this to be good, so you can, get kudos and, go on Blaze TV and all the rest of that shit. Okay? I wouldn't be caught dead standing next to Glenn Beck myself. And the reason why is because he's nuts. All right? Now, he may have done some good things exposing George Soros, but everybody knew who Soros was, and Andrew Breitbart did a better job at it. Sorry to say that. All right. This is going to add to the drama of what's going on with Vader himself. This adds to the canon and gives it a backstory. Okay, it does not ruin when I met you last, I was but a learner. It doesn't change that at all. He's not talking about a learner for Obi-Wan. Because again, on Mustafar, they were equals. They were both Jedi masters. See? They were both Jedi masters. So, he's saying something else there. All right? Lucas, when he wrote that, didn't really understand where it was going, but he filled in the blanks. And, again, it's one of those tricks where from a certain point of view comes in. Okay? And you have to look back in the history, and we are getting a glimpse of that, of the Vader Obi-Wan conflict. Okay? So, you can come on this video and tell me I'm wrong, but you go back and watch all that, watch all these different pieces of evidence put together, and you can't refute it. Basically, we'll have people bitching about it, but that's about it. There's absolutely nothing that changes. And I thought for sure that there was something to this Ruins canon. But after going back and watching the movies again and taking out these parts, and I didn't add Padme on there because I didn't want to tax my techie Baz on this, all right? Everything I'm saying makes sense now. When he's saying I was but a learner, he's talking about the Emperor. He's been an apprentice to the Emperor. Now he's the master. And he's not talking about Anakin anymore. He's not talking as Anakin. He's talking as Vader. Okay? That's what's going on here. So he's not even considering that past moment on Mustafar because Obi-Wan walks away from him. Okay? This is Steph signing out. I'll see you later.